We moved to Denver for the outdoors, for the adventure. We always knew that we would make our way back to Minnesota. We both grew up here, and we wanted to put down roots here once we started a family. The typical family life you envision.
Shortly after, maybe when we were getting her going with a pediatrician, we found that, she was maybe needing a little extra help with a few things. We were just trying to be patient through it all.
But by 18 months, when there still wasn't development, we started to kind of feel like we need to push this further.
And you're just trusting the advice that you're given by pediatricians, and I think people have a hard time saying something might be wrong with your child. She was no longer able to push herself up from a seated position. She was no longer able to get herself up from the floor. Mm-hmm. She was no longer moving across with her pivot and scoot like she used to. Mm-hmm. And then eventually she couldn't even roll over.
We got into hematology in early August, and that was the turning point for getting her diagnosis. He had asked us if anyone had ever looked at her spleen because it looked like it was enlarged, and we said we've brought it up many times, but no one has ever taken it further. September 21st, 2020, I got a phone call from the genetic counselor, and he said the test came back and Emma has Niemann-Pick type C. The call was a bit of a blur. I remember hearing fatal and no cure, and that life expectancy was quite short. And I got off that call just in total shock.
You don't know what to do. You never think that you're going to hear something like that.
We found that one of the leading experts in NPC was at the Mayo Clinic, and we requested an appointment and got in 3 weeks later. And sure enough, around that time, we started to see Emma stabilize.
It almost seemed like she was just gaining strength.
It's rare without intervention, for kids to live beyond 4. And, to see her make it to 3, and then 4, and then 4.5, and then 5, and now 5.5. It's amazing, and we know it's because of this medicine. We knew we wanted to get her back into school, and we knew a little bit about St. David's.
We were meeting in the classroom to have an initial care meeting to discuss the plan for how we were going to support Emma and what the goals were for her and what kind of accommodations and modifications we would be making in the classroom.
I think that one thing that's unique to Emma's daily routine is that she truly needs help with every single step along the way. She's fed via a J-tube, and so she constantly has a little backpack with a food pump. It's positioning her. You can't just set her in her chair because she can't adjust herself to make sure that she's comfortable, that she's going to be in a position where she can last for a couple of hours and participate.
Mom and Dad kept saying, just please let us know what you need and how we can support you. And the team from St. David's kept saying to them in return, please let us know what you need and how we can support you.
If St. David's hadn't been there at that time, I think that we probably would have just continued to struggle. We wouldn't have known that there are allies and other people advocating for kids like Emma and families like ours.
Everyone just held our hand through every step, and we've developed these just genuine, meaningful, close relationships with everyone we've worked with because they care, and everyone just wants what's best for Emma, and that we couldn't ask for anything more.
To be able to have that impact means everything. That's like the whole goal, is for families to feel like life is maybe just like a little bit easier, or that they have a partner in this, or that even after their child goes to kindergarten, we are on their team and we are rooting for them.
We know that at least today is a school day, that Emma gets to go to school, and that excitement that she sees in the morning when we ask her if she's so excited to go see her teachers, that smile and that energy gives us a chance to fill our cup a little bit.
That is definitely a motivating driving force for us, is just seeing that smile. And we don't know the future, and there's always something scary around the corner, but what we do know is we can live every day to the fullest for her and provide her every opportunity possible to just have fun and be a kid.